Welcome back to another episode of Design Corner with designer Yarek and me, who just pretends to be a designer like everybody. You know, there was this saying like everybody's a designer, but like if you were an executive and you would never tell someone how to write their code. Although now maybe that's changed with everyone's an engineer now. That's crazy. Yeah. But they'd be like, oh, change the button to like be less blue or more blue, or have more shadow or less shadow, or be more square or less square. And you'd be, so.
I think it's fair, actually. Yeah, I think it's that you design for customers, so customers have an opinion. I think it's fair that everybody just like, there's nothing stopping you from sharing your opinion, right? If you have a good explanation why it is that way, then you're a good designer.
Mostly it's feel. Yeah, for a designer, you should have an explanation. Okay, right. So today we are talking about the Slate truck, which this week or last week was announced. They would be retailing it for $24,995, something like that, just under $25,000 US, which is kind of a magic price point, I think, in this world of affordability. And the truck is a small SUV. It's bare bones, barely has a screen in it, has one screen that I don't even think has color, just to show kind of odometer and speed and things like that.
Oh, is that like the cheapest version? The single screen monochromic?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
No, maybe. I guess I've seen it, but I've seen like two screens there, and they were, one of them I think had color, but I might be wrong.
So
it's the cluster one you're talking about, like behind the wheel.
Yeah, behind the wheel, exactly.
Yeah. It's like a tiny one. It's just like speed. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So these are a number of small pickups that are going to be coming to market, including Ford's smaller pickup, which will be, I believe, released next year. And everyone's kind of clamoring at $30,000. Everyone's betting that this is going to be the next market for EVs, is going to be the small pickup. Inside, we've got 3 knobs for adjusting like air conditioning and things like that. So it seems we've gone back to, there's been a big movement of like, hey, I don't want all screens to adjust everything in the car. I miss my tactile buttons. I miss my BlackBerry keys, kind of thing, I guess would be the analogy a bit. But, so on this, they've kind of taken us all the way back to analog, and we've got crank windows.
I haven't seen those since Lada.
Yeah. And yeah, of course, the whole vehicle is customizable with, adding a second row and whatever they call them, rollover bars, and turning it into an SUV and all this. So initial thoughts on the design of the car from Yarek.
I mean, I think there's multiple angles you can look at this car. And like the most fascinating thing for me is actually not the look of it, is what it represents, and like the form factor, really. Because I like F-150 size truck, like not, I hate them when I see them, but I drove one, so I know how you feel when you're behind that massive truck. It feels cool. So I understand people who likes them. But yeah, I think cities will be better with smaller trucks for sure. That's why I'm excited about it. It's tiny truck. I can't even call it a truck, really. It has a bed. I guess that's why it's a truck. And it's also the second part of why I'm excited for this truck is the cost. Cost is so low, and that's what I think EVs were missing. When when you start comparing cost of a gas car to go oil change to the gas prices as well, then you like come up with like a big number. But then when you start to think about replacing your gas vehicle to electric vehicle, you're like, okay, the same size vehicle will be like 100 plus k $1,000. You're like, I probably will keep paying for the gas. So this trucks is insanely cheap, even for a gas car in not like current prices. So that's super cool. The other side is kind of I think market will tell how people will actually use it. I like the look of it. Like it's very simple, very plain. I actually love that they literally. I think you can literally buy the plain model. It's usually it's hard to get those.
I think it's called the blank slate.
Blank slate, yeah. It also, yeah.
Good
They have
marketing.
good
It's good
marketing.
marketing. Yeah, very good
Yeah,
They've done very good marketing.
yeah. Yeah, I mentioned Lada, and like I actually bought like
What is
one
Lada? People
Lada.
don't know what this is.
People know what Lada is. So the editor will add the image there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I mean you don't need to know it, but it's a Russian cars
Communist car from communist
communist
Russia.
car,
Yeah,
communist car. Yeah,
communist car.
and I actually bought one like a clean slate Lada, and it was fun. Like I, uh, I had an iPhone playing music just on the dashboard.
Yeah.
It was cool, but like it's great that they having it, and the multiple combinations of like what you can do with it. That's where market will tell how people will use it. I'm not sure. It's not your like sneakers that you can customize and like buy pink one, and the I don't know, with stripe, and without laces or whatever, top, low, like different kinds. And that's what you kind of want to do with your sneakers. With truck, i I think it's a cool vision that they like, hey, you can buy like a clean slate, upgrade later, then you have kids, upgrade again to have second row or whatever. I wonder how's that gonna work, because usually that's like a big periods of human life, and you like have to wait for 5, 6, 7 years to have some changes in your life, and like that big. And I wonder if truck will survive that, because I don't know what, like, how's the battery goes and everything else. um
I just want to double click on the affordability thing. It's such an interesting dynamic what's happened with cars. So, like, a couple of thoughts come to mind. One, in other technology, like take television, right? Cost goes down over time and technology increases. I remember having the big TV in my house. It was big and it was rear projector, whatever they are, right? And they were big and they were expensive and so on. And now you can get super thin, incredible TV. Of course, you can get really expensive TVs still, but you can get a TV now that's way better than what was in 2000. That's way cheaper, literally cheaper, like not even inflation adjusted. It's like on a
yeah,
nominal basis. It was whatever it was, $3,000 back then. Now it's $1,000, right? And that hasn't happened with cars. We pack them with so much technology, and it, for whatever reason, has seemed to increase in price and not gone the other way, where technology usually gets cheaper over time. And cars are so expensive right now. And now what Slate has done is they've said, we're going to strip away all of the progress that we've made on technology other than the electric component, and we're going to make it super affordable for you, and we're going to strip away all of the bells and whistles that everyone was saying they wanted over the last 20 years, or at least car companies thought that people wanted, and what was driving the market for 20 years. The second thought is, I wonder how people are going to feel without lane detection. And like, I don't know to what extent the side will blink when there's someone on my blind spot detect, whatever, right? I don't know.
I think you already like you cut yourself there. I don't think people who buy Slate Slate truck will care about those things. They didn't. I don't think they had those things in other cars. That's in my opinion, that will be the one. Like if you care about that stuff, you're not buying the Slate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And second is probably if you even buy one, their whole marketing, everything is like, hey, it's a clean slate. There's nothing, right? So you like, it's like a toy basically. If somebody like you who has the autonomous driving and everything else, you want to buy the Slate truck, you'll be buying it for like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's small form factor. You want to have like a little car to drive around. You'll be fine with those like inconveniences, I would say, but like you probably don't care about that.
If you're doing it for pure affordability, you probably don't care about that. You care about affordability. You're going to fill up with electrons. That's going to be cheaper. There's going to be no maintenance. That's going to be way cheaper. And it's probably priced under what a Camry is.
Yeah, it's insane.
Right?
No, that's the
irony is I think you'll have a lot of wealthy people buying it as like their third or fourth car. Like just to have it like zip around at their second home or something like that, to have the Slate, I think. So you'll have this kind of like the top end of the market and the bottom end of the market.
Yeah.
I also question to the extent that car design has become uninteresting, if that's a word anymore. I mean, it's a pickup, like it feels like with certain categories of products, we've reached peak design in a sense where like designs are not super inspiring anymore. And that's not just a thing about the Slate.
Yeah.
It's like, where do we go with design once a product is, in this case, 100 years old, but even you could extend that to laptops or phones or whatever. Is it just done? There's nowhere to go design wise anymore?
It's interesting question. And it's also, like all EVs are basically like actually going the opposite direction from the gas cars, where gas cars, like luxury gas cars, they had like those complex interior forms, the curves and materials and everything, and it's like yacht almost sometimes. And then Model 3 came out and it's so plain, right? There's just one display. So yeah, and I guess that was also part of the affordability, and because it was new car company, they tried to stay afloat and all that.
Yeah, I remember that even being jarring and surprising at the time.
Yeah,
see no screen in front of behind the steering wheel.
Yeah,
was surprising. And then I was kind of like, oh yeah, why do I need that? And I don't really need it. I don't miss it. I'm not driving my Model Y and being like, I really am missing the screen behind the steering wheel. I never think that.
Yeah. If anything, you probably have the better view.
Yeah.
Without that cluster.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. I also, one final thing, I think Slate and these, the Ford EV coming, these are continuing the work that Tesla did, where it was like, we're going to start with the Roadster, then we're going to do the S and the X, then we're going to do the Y and the 3, and then we're going to come with the Model 2 or whatever it was going to be that was going to be in the 20,000s. And they sort of abandoned that. I suppose every 6 months it comes up in the news of it's back on or something, but it's obviously not clear that it's planned and probably not planned. But this seems to be the extension of that. These companies are picking that up where it's like, okay, we're going cheaper. We're going less expensive than the Model 3 to really deliver the promise of mass market EVs from a company that's not Tesla. Of course, Tesla hit mass market with the Model Y. It was the best-selling car in the world. But we've sort of reached if you're not Tesla, then it's nobody's really cracked that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those car companies probably can actually afford to do the cheap car, right? Tesla couldn't do that in the first place. They tried to hit the other side of the market.
So there you have it. I think the market's very excited for the Slate truck and to see what will happen with this truck. I think they have a lot of pre-orders. I'm waiting for it to come to Canada. And yeah, that's our high-level design take. Thanks, Yarek, and we'll see you next time.